Have you ever wondered why, no matter how tired you feel, you still wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and can't drift back to sleep? For so many Americans over 65, restless nights have become a frustrating routine, tossing and turning, staring at the ceiling, and waking up feeling like you never truly rested. You've tried pills, melatonin, and herbal teas, yet nothing seems to bring that deep, unbroken sleep you miss so much. Here's the surprising part: the answer might be sitting quietly in your kitchen right now. A simple onion used the right way can help your body relax, calm your nerves, and guide you into deeper, more restorative sleep naturally in as little as 3 nights. In this video, I'll share 4 simple, safe methods you can try at home tonight, with one technique that often works almost instantly. Before we get started, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from, and what time of day is it? Drop a comment below. Even the smallest detail about your day matters to me. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss the next tip that could change your nights for the better. Why onions can improve your sleep. The science behind it. For centuries, onions have been more than just a flavor in our meals. In many cultures from Europe to Asia, they were valued as natural medicine, often placed beside the bed or brewed into warm tonics to calm the body. People long before us noticed something important. Onions seem to settle the nerves, slow the heart, and prepare the mind for rest. Now, modern science is finally catching up, and the results confirm what our grandparents might have already known. Inside every onion are natural compounds that speak directly to your nervous system. Flavonoids and saponins, for example, act like gentle sedatives. They don't knock you out like a pill, but they help your brain and body ease into a state where sleep comes more naturally. For someone over 65, when stress aches and a racing mind can keep you awake, these compounds offer a softer, safer path toward rest. Then there's tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to make serotonin and melatonin, the 2 key hormones that tell your brain when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake. As we age, our bodies often produce less of these hormones, which can explain why you may fall asleep but wake too soon. Adding more natural sources of tryptophan, like onions, can help restore some of that balance. Onions also release phytoncides, subtle plant-based molecules that can steady your heartbeat and slow your breathing. Think of it as your body's natural wind-down button. These gentle shifts signal to your brain that the day is done and it's safe to relax. Powerful antioxidants like quercetin, camphorol, and naringenin are also found in onions. These don't just help with sleep. They protect your brain cells from age-related decline, reducing inflammation, and guarding against the slow weakening of nerve connections. For older adults, this protection is critical because healthy nerve cells mean better communication between your brain and the rest of your body, including the systems that control sleep. One clinical study even found that onion extract rich in a compound called cysteine sulfoxide helped people fall asleep faster and improve their overall quality of life in just a short period. For many seniors, shaving even 10 minutes off the time it takes to fall asleep can mean more deep sleep cycles before morning. When you understand how the nervous system, hormones, and sleep work together, and how onions support each part, it's easier to see why this simple vegetable can make such a difference. Sleep isn't just about closing your eyes, it's about sending the right chemical signals to your brain at the right time. So if your nights have become restless, remember this: you still have tools to reclaim your rest. Something as ordinary as an onion can help you push back against the slow changes of aging, giving you more control than you might think. And when you wake up feeling truly restored, every part of your day, from your morning walk to time with family, feels lighter, steadier, and more joyful. The best time to use onions for better sleep. Your body runs on a natural clock called the circadian rhythm, a built-in timer that tells you when to feel awake and when to feel sleepy. As we get older, this clock can lose some of its precision, often making it harder to fall asleep at night or stay asleep until morning. The good news is certain habits can help reset this rhythm, and timing your onion intake is one of them. Evening is the most effective window for using foods that promote relaxation because your body's naturally winding down. After dinner, your core temperature begins to drop, your heart rate slows, and your brain starts producing more melatonin. Eating onions during this time allows their calming compounds like flavonoids and tryptophan to work in harmony with these natural changes. Think of it as giving your body a gentle nudge toward rest instead of forcing it. The key is to make onions part of a light-balanced dinner that doesn't leave you feeling heavy. For example, you might toss thin slices of raw onion into a fresh garden salad pair, lightly sautéed onions with baked salmon, or add them to a vegetable soup. These options give you the benefits without overwhelming your digestion, which is especially important at night when metabolism slows. If heartburn or a sensitive stomach has been a concern, opt for cooked onions instead of raw. Cooking softens their fibers and mellows their flavor while still preserving many of the sleep-supporting nutrients. Keep your portion moderate, just enough to add flavor and function without turning your evening meal into a large feast. By aligning your onion intake with your body's natural nightly slowdown, you can help signal to your brain that it's time to rest. It's a small shift, but over time it can make your evenings calmer, your nights deeper, and your mornings brighter, giving you more control over your sleep than you may have thought possible. 4 ways to use onions to improve sleep. Method 4. Eating onions in the evening. For many older adults, dinner is more than just a meal. It's often the time of day when you finally slow down, share conversation with family, and prepare your body for rest. Adding onions to your evening plate is one of the simplest, most natural ways to help you sleep more deeply, and it doesn't require any major changes to your daily routine. The recommended amount is small but powerful. If you enjoy onions raw, aim for about 1 to 2 ounces a day, which is roughly 30 to 50 grams. That might be just a few thin slices mixed into a fresh salad. If your stomach is more sensitive, opt for cooked onions instead, about 3.5 to 4 ounces or 100 to 120 grams, divided between 1 or 2 meals. Cooking onions makes them easier to digest while still preserving much of their sleep-supporting goodness. There are many easy ways to prepare them without feeling like you're eating the same thing every night. Toss raw onions with tomatoes, cucumbers, and a light vinaigrette for a crisp salad. Sauté them gently with olive oil until they're soft and sweet, then serve over grilled chicken or baked fish. Roast them alongside carrots and sweet potatoes for a naturally sweet side dish. You can even add them to a hearty vegetable soup that warms you before bed. When eaten in the evening, onions release calming compounds that help your nervous system settle. Many people who've tried this simple habit report that they fall asleep faster and wake less often during the night. Some also notice they feel lighter when getting into bed without that uncomfortable fullness that can keep you tossing and turning. There's an added bonus that goes beyond sleep. Onions have a natural sweetness and depth of flavor that can reduce the need for extra salt, butter, or heavy sauces. That means less sodium and saturated fat in your diet, which supports heart health, something especially important as we age. By enhancing the taste of your meals naturally, you're helping both your heart and your sleep at the same time. One retired teacher from Ohio shared her experience after adding cooked onions to her evening soup 3 times a week. Within a week, she noticed she was sleeping through the night without waking at 3 a.m. She also felt more alert in the mornings, which encouraged her to take longer walks and be more active during the day. The key is consistency. Eating onions once in a while may not make a noticeable difference, but making them a regular part of your dinner routine can. Over time, these small, steady signals to your body help reinforce your natural sleep cycle. So whether you enjoy them raw in a crisp salad or gently roasted to bring out their sweetness, think of your evening onions as more than flavor. They are a quiet, natural ally helping you rest more deeply tonight so you can live more fully tomorrow. Method 3. Placing onions under the pillow. Sometimes the simplest ideas are the ones we've overlooked for years. Placing an onion under or beside your pillow might sound unusual, but it's a traditional remedy that has been quietly passed down through generations. The science behind it is subtle but worth understanding. When you slice a fresh onion, it releases natural plant compounds and a gentle aroma into the air. These scents can create a calmer sleeping environment, signaling your body to relax and prepare for rest. For many older adults, breathing comfortably at night is just as important as falling asleep. The mild vapors from an onion can help open nasal passages and ease breathing, which can be especially helpful if you often wake feeling congested. An unexpected bonus is that the scent may discourage mosquitoes and other small insects, allowing for a more peaceful, uninterrupted night. The method is simple enough to try tonight. Take half of a fresh onion, slice it into thin pieces, and place them in a clean, shallow bowl. Set the bowl beside your pillow, not directly under your head, so the scent can drift toward you without being overwhelming. For hygiene and freshness, replace the onion every 3 to 5 days. If you are sensitive to smells, start with a smaller amount or place the bowl a bit farther from your bed. This way, you can still benefit from the calming aroma without feeling uncomfortable. Over time, you might find the scent becomes part of your nightly ritual, much like the smell of fresh sheets or a favorite pillow spray. One gentleman from Arizona in his late 70s shared that he tried this after struggling with restless nights for years. At first, he was skeptical, but within a few nights, he noticed he was breathing more easily and waking less often. He admitted it wasn't a miracle cure, but it made his nights calmer and his mornings less groggy. This method doesn't require any pills, complicated equipment, or major lifestyle changes. It simply uses nature's own gentle tools to support your body's natural rhythms. While it may not work the same for everyone, it is safe, inexpensive, and easy to adjust to your comfort level. If your nights have been broken by restlessness or stuffy breathing, placing an onion near your pillow might be worth a try. Sometimes it's these quiet, low-effort changes that remind us we still have control over our well-being. You might discover that something as humble as a sliced onion can help you drift into deeper, more peaceful sleep one night at a time. Method 2, a jar of crushed onions near the nose. There are nights when the mind simply refuses to slow down. You lie in bed replaying the day's events, worrying about tomorrow's tasks, or feeling the weight of thoughts you can't quite set aside. For many older adults, this kind of mental restlessness is one of the biggest obstacles to falling asleep, even when the body feels tired. That's when a jar of freshly crushed onions can become an unexpected but powerful tool. When an onion is sliced, its natural compounds begin to release into the air. But when it's crushed, those compounds, especially phytoncides and tryptophan, are released at their highest concentration. These active elements interact with your nervous system in a way that can help calm overactive thoughts, ease tension, and signal the body that it's time to rest. The aroma is stronger than simply having a cut onion nearby, which is why this method often works faster. Here's how to try it. Take a small to medium onion, peel it, and crush it thoroughly. You can use the back of a spoon, a mortar and pestle, or even a clean jar. Transfer the crushed pieces into a small clean glass container. At bedtime, open the lid and place the jar near your bedside close enough that you can inhale the scent without straining. For some, this might mean placing it on a nightstand. For others, especially those who need stronger effects, it might be just a foot or two from the pillow. If you find the aroma too strong at first, simply move the jar a little farther away. The idea is to create a steady, gentle stream of scent throughout the night, not to overwhelm your senses. Over time, you'll learn the perfect distance that gives you the calming benefits without discomfort. This method can be especially helpful on nights when you're feeling unusually tense or anxious. A widowed veteran from Florida shared that he keeps a small jar of crushed onions ready for the nights when his mind feels too busy to sleep. He says that within minutes of breathing in the scent, his shoulders drop, his breathing slows, and he feels the day's worries loosen their grip. It's a reminder that natural remedies don't have to be complicated or expensive to be effective. They simply need to work with your body's own systems, and crushed onions do exactly that. By delivering their active compounds in a concentrated burst, they can help nudge your nervous system toward a state of rest. As with any new sleep habit, consistency matters. You may notice changes right away, or it might take a few nights to feel the full effect. Either way, you are giving your body another safe, natural signal that it's time to rest. And for many seniors, that signal is exactly what's been missing from their nighttime routine. With just a small jar, a fresh onion, and a few quiet minutes before bed, you can turn a restless night into one of steady, peaceful sleep without relying on medication or complicated rituals. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the ones that truly help you take back your nights. Method 1. Drinking diluted onion juice. Before bed. Sometimes the most direct path to better sleep is to let the remedy work from the inside out. Drinking diluted onion juice before bedtime may sound unusual at first, but it's one of the fastest ways to deliver the onion's calming compounds directly into your system. Unlike methods that rely on scent alone, this approach allows your body to absorb the nutrients, fully giving them a quicker and more noticeable effect. When you drink onion juice, you're giving your body a concentrated dose of tryptophan, quercetin, and cysteine sulfoxide, 3 key compounds linked to relaxation and improved sleep quality. Tryptophan helps your brain produce serotonin and melatonin hormones that regulate your sleep cycle. Quercetin works as a natural anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, protecting brain function and calming the nervous system. Cysteine sulfoxide has been shown in studies to lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone that keeps many of us tossing and turning at night. Preparing it is simple. Start by peeling a medium-sized onion and extracting the juice, either by using a juicer or finely grating it and pressing through a clean cloth. Measure 1 to 2 teaspoons of the juice, about 5 to 10 milliliters, and mix it with roughly 100 milliliters or 3.4 fluid ounces of warm water. Drink it about 20 to 30 minutes before going to bed. Never drink the juice undiluted, as it may be too strong for your stomach, especially if you're prone to acid reflux or have a sensitive digestive system. A clinical trial found that people who took onion extract rich in cysteine sulfoxide fell asleep faster and woke up less often during the night. Many also reported feeling more refreshed in the morning, suggesting their sleep was deeper and more restorative. These results are especially important for older adults whose sleep cycles naturally shorten with age, making every minute of deep sleep more valuable. Real-life experiences often speak louder than statistics. A retired nurse from Michigan shared that after just 3 nights of drinking diluted onion juice, she no longer woke up at 3 a.m. and struggled to get back to sleep. Instead, she found herself sleeping through until dawn, waking with a lightness she hadn't felt in years. She admitted the taste took some getting used to, but the improvement in her energy and mood made it well worth it. This method isn't for everyone. If you dislike the flavor of onions, it might feel challenging at first. But remember, the goal isn't to drink large amounts. Just a small diluted serving can be enough to trigger the benefits. You can even experiment with slightly warming the mixture for a soothing effect, almost like a bedtime tea. For those looking for a quick, reliable way to calm the mind and prepare the body for rest, drinking diluted onion juice is worth considering. It's a natural, low-cost option that you can try in your own kitchen tonight. And while it may not be the most glamorous bedtime drink, the gift of a full night's sleep is one of the most valuable comforts you can give yourself, especially as the years go by. Safety notes and important precautions. While onions can be a gentle, natural way to improve sleep, they are not suitable for everyone. If you have an allergy to onions, it's best to avoid these methods entirely, as even small exposure can trigger uncomfortable or dangerous reactions. Likewise, if you are taking blood-thinning medications, onions may increase the risk of bleeding, so always check with your doctor before adding them to your routine. For those living with irritable bowel syndrome or frequent heartburn, onions can sometimes worsen symptoms. If this sounds familiar, you may need to skip raw onions altogether, and if you try cooked ones, start with a very small portion to see how your body responds. The goal is to help you sleep better, not create new discomforts. It's also important to keep portions within a safe range. For raw onions, that means no more than 1 to 2 ounces a day, roughly 30 to 50 grams. For cooked onions, stay within 3.5 to 4 ounces or about 100 to 120 grams. Moderation ensures you get the benefits without overwhelming your digestion. If you choose methods that place onions near your bed, such as under a pillow or in a jar, keep hygiene in mind. Replace them every 3 to 5 days and always use a clean dish or container to avoid bacterial growth. Freshness matters not only for safety, but also for maintaining the strength of the natural compounds you're relying on. Finally, introduce any new method gradually. Start with a small amount and pay attention to how your body reacts over the next day or two. Everyone's system is different, and what works for one person may need adjustment for another. By taking these simple precautions, you can explore the benefits of onions with confidence, knowing you are protecting your health while giving yourself the best chance at deeper, more restorative sleep. Sometimes safety is the very first step toward real results. We've explored 4 simple yet powerful ways to use onions to support deeper, more restful sleep. You can enjoy them with dinner, place them under your pillow, keep a jar of crushed onions nearby, or drink a small amount of diluted onion juice before bed. Each method works in its own way, helping your body relax, calm your mind, and create the right conditions for sleep. You don't need to use all 4. In fact, starting with just 1 or 2 that feel easiest for you is often the best approach. Maybe you like the idea of adding onions to your evening salad, or perhaps you want to try the gentle scent of a sliced onion beside your bed. The key is consistency, giving your body time to recognize these signals and respond. I encourage you to choose one method tonight and notice how you feel over the next few days. Pay attention to how quickly you fall asleep, how many times you wake up, and how refreshed you feel in the morning. These small changes can add up to big improvements in your quality of life, and I'd love to hear your experience. Share your results in the comments so others can learn from your journey. Your story might inspire someone else to finally get the rest they've been missing. If you found this helpful, remember to subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss the next natural, safe, and effective solution we share for better sleep and overall health. Taking control of your nights can transform your days, and it starts with just one small step tonight.